For 163 days, Ukraine has been resisting the Russian invasion. Meanwhile, Amnesty International, in its latest report, indicates that the Ukraine military is violating the law of armed conflict by deploying equipment and weapons in schools, hospitals, and residential neighborhoods, as well as by carrying out attacks from densely populated areas. The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, said that the organization was trying to amnesty a country that was an aggressor and shifted responsibility to the victim. Today, Russian missiles hit the bus stop in Toretsk. 8 people were killed. As a result, multi-story residential apartment was damaged. The Church of St. Panteleimon is also damaged. The priest was injured. It was a deliberate attack by the Russian occupiers, cynical and deliberate. They knew exactly where they were hitting and they probably wanted people to suffer. But there are no reports about this. The Ukrainian office of Amnesty International was not involved in the preparation of the report and strongly dissociates itself from the thesis contained in it. We have done our best to minimize the distribution of this text. We asked the authors to send us all versions of the material, which unfortunately did not happen. We persuaded them to ask for an official comment from the Ukraine Ministry of Defense, but unfortunately they did not wait for a reply and published the text without this comment. We categorically refused to publish this report on our website and translate it into Ukrainian because of its one-sidedness. Amnesty International does not want to spread the truth to the world. It is about creating a false balance between the perpetrator and the victim, between a country that is destroying thousands of civilians and entire cities, and a country that is desperately defending itself by saving its inhabitants and the entire continent from this attack. Meanwhile, the forced evacuation from the Donbass front zone announced by the Ukrainian government has started. We are from Lysychansk. Our village is located between the Luhansk and Donetsk regions. It has been completely destroyed. We have nowhere to live. We stayed in the basement for a month. Ukrainian soldiers evacuated us. We were ordered to leave Kramatorsk. We were promised a house in the Kirovograd region because we are a big family. We have 8 children and 3 adults. Usually people are already packed for departure. We discuss all the details in advance over the phone, but sometimes it happens that we come and people strongly refuse. Sometimes they are persuaded, but not always. They are afraid to leave home. As previously announced, the city of Mykolaiv will be closed for 2 days from this evening in order to detain people who are helping the Russian troops to shoot at key targets in the city. Today, I signed an ordinance according to which there is a curfew in Mykolaiv from 11 p.m. on August 5th till 5 a.m. on August 8th. I am asking everyone to understand and make purchases for these 2 days. 3 more ships carrying 57,000 tons of grain left the Chernomorsk port near Odessa this morning. Units are heading to Turkey, Great Britain, and Ireland. The authorities in Kiev called for the extension of the agreement to ease the Russian blockade of ports in the Black Sea to other products. This would be a real support for the Ukrainian economy destroyed by the war. In turn, today in Sochi, the presidents of Turkey and Russia met. One of the topics of the talks was the war in Ukraine.